Alright, another day, another video. Now, first and foremost, excuse my voice if I sound a little lazy. I was literally slacking off earlier, so yeah, but you might realize something very different about me. And no, it's not. I did not get uglier. In fact, I actually did get a handsomer because as you can see, I have grown insanely giant pecs and beautiful abs. Beautiful chiseled abs at that. And I've also got some quads which are not proportional to the abs and pecs themselves, but let's not talk about that. But that's besides the point. The reason why I've grown these pecs and abs is because I've caught a virus called the KJ virus. And basically what this virus is, when you catch the virus, you start to turn into KJ. So as you can see, I'm 90% complete. All that's left is for me to pop out a little KJ head and I'm pretty much a zombie KJ. Now, you're probably asking, Aaron, how did you catch this crazy KJ virus? Well, sir, the amount of KJ brain raw that I've intaken in the last day or so has completely fried me. And it got to the point where now I'm actually starting to turn into the guy, which is absolutely crazy. But how do we get to this point where everybody is talking about KJ? Let me tell you about something called the Roblox Innovation Awards, which is basically awards for various Roblox games, but the difference here is that instead of the Roblox devs themselves actually handing out awards to the community, it's actually the community that's voting for the games to get awards, like awards on strategy, fighting, building, drama, roleplay, pretty much all that. And the game itself, the man himself, The Strongest Battlegrounds, happened to be in the Innovation Awards. So now, how does KJ tie into the Innovation Awards and The Strongest Battlegrounds? Well, if we go back to July 1st, 2024 of this year, obviously 1 p.m., The Strongest Battlegrounds received its first possible nomination for a category. I forgot what category it was, but the owner himself texted, "If we win, we promise very good things." And as you can see, KJ logo and the Comet logo, which is essentially Boros. He's basically saying, listen guys, if we win this, we're gonna give out free KJ and free Boros. I'm just gonna hang this little fish above your heads and hopefully you guys will vote for us. And then the weirdest thing ever that The Strongest Battlegrounds could have been nominated for is best strategy, which, you know what, you kind of do need strategy in The Strongest Battlegrounds, kind of. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not gonna play devil's advocate right now. I'm just happy that The Strongest Battlegrounds is here. And obviously you can see that The Strongest Battlegrounds is blowing every other game out that's on here. They're all getting blown out literally tenfold, 300,000 votes to 30,000 votes on average. Absolutely insane. And the only reason why this happened is because the owner promised to release KJ if The Strongest Battlegrounds won a category. And he even promised that it would be free for longer if it won multiple categories, which is just absolutely crazy. I don't want to imagine these little iPad kids running around with KJ in public servers for free. Literally, that would be straight hell. I'm assuming that it's going to be in private servers, not public servers. Hopefully it is. But if they do public servers, there's probably going to be a condition that applies to the whole server. I doubt the whole server is going to be running around with KJ. And if it is, free content for me. Listen, I don't have a problem with KJ at all. Between me and you, I'm going to milk the living hell out of KJ when it comes out. It's going to be gray and dull like a cartoon when I'm done with it. But it's just the obsession over KJ himself is just absolutely insane. It was so insane that The Strongest Battlegrounds literally gained 1 million votes in a day, which completely blew out every other game in here, which is crazy because these are popular games. These are not games that nobody knows. These are actual real games. And the fact that the owner gave the community a nudge by saying that he would release one character and it created this great of an impact on the voting results is absolutely diabolical. Mind you, over an unfinished character that has 3 moves in base and 3 moves in ultimate. And it's really worrying because this character has so much power over the public. I see the reason why people really like the character. It's really scarce. Literally only a few people have it. And the only way that you as a casual player could obtain the character is by paying millions of Robux. And you're competing with guys that are Dubai millionaires, kids that are born into rich families, and maybe like that one kid who's poor, but he just wasted the last amount of mom's bank account. That's the people you're competing with. You're competing with people who have millions of Robux. The general population of The Strongest Battlegrounds does not stand a chance to gain the character at all. So I could see why people really want to use the character. KJ is probably the most hyped character right next to Boros. And although the owner did promise that they were going to work on Boros sooner, KJ is still the main character that was promised to be released. And they just keep throwing it in our faces. KJ won't be here until the voting is over because I need to see how long it's going to be free for. Every time we win, longer free KJ. He is just nudging the hell out of the community. Now, the part where people's obsession over KJ comes in is that it is a problem not for, let's say, you and me, the community per se. It's more a problem problem for the owner of the game, because what he basically did was open Pandora's box the minute he promised to release KJ. Literally the most fawned over character. I feel like this character is so overhyped. I'm gonna be the first one to say it. Now, don't get me wrong. Listen, like I said before, I'm gonna milk the living hell out of KJ when it comes out. Like, might as well just call me KJ Sir Don't Compare It when KJ comes out, because all you're gonna see on my channel for like a week straight is straight KJ videos. So I'm just give you a light warning now. Despite all of that, KJ is really just overhyped. I don't really see the hype behind him. I understand the scarcity part and the fact that the general population of the game cannot get him, but it's just that the character itself is not that crazy. Oh my god, I just got drop kicked. What the hell? Okay, this is the most depressing drop kick I've ever seen in my life. Oh, I just got flung off the map. The character really is not all that. I'll be the first one to say it really is not all that. And I don't understand the hive mind that is legit begging for the character to be released. Like, if we go to the general TSB Discord chat, we got this guy, one the F is KJ. You got people saying that the owner has betrayed us. You got literal KJ calling people losers. You got people literally just stalking the guy. Like, they're probing his profile 24/7, just watching to see if he's in the studio for the game. Also, a little editor's note here. The same people that are begging for KJ, I'm gonna bet $100 that these are the same people that are gonna be complaining in the day that the character is overpowered if it ever does come to public servers. Literally just watch how fast they switch from begging for the character to be released to begging for the character to be unreleased because of how overpowered it probably will be in public servers. It really is insane, like the amount of stress this dude just brought on himself just because he said he was gonna release one character that's not even all that. Now, what do I think about this quote-unquote KJ drama? Honestly, I don't really know. Either way, like, the character is not coming out for another 5 days or so, because there's another vote that has to be cast, and I'm 100% sure if the owner just hangs KJ over people's heads like little dogs asking for a snack, TSB is gonna win. So I'm honestly intrigued to see how long KJ is going to be free for, because the amount of awards that TSB has won in total, counting the fighting nomination, which I'm pretty sure they're going to win, they're obviously going to blow Blox Fruits out of the water. I'm really intrigued. It might last a week or two. I really don't think it'll last any longer than that. If it does... Now, another important thing that I don't want them to do, but I want them to do at the same time, is release KJ in the public servers, because the casual side of me is screaming out,
devs, please don't do this. Please don't let these iPad kids play KJ in public servers. No!
And the content side of me is like, yes, release KJ in the public servers so I can make a video on it. Yes. I don't know. All I know is that it's going to be really good content for us YouTubers, and it'll be good for you guys, I guess. Another thing that I'm intrigued to see is what's going to happen to the hype around KJ literally the first day after he's released, because all you're gonna see on your YouTube timelines is just straight KJ videos absolutely milking the hell out of him. Like, he might not even be a popular thing after a day. The content made on KJ within a day might be that bad. I bet it'll be oversaturated in a day. Listen, I'm part of the problem. I'm gonna make literally 100 videos on the character when it comes out. Call me KJ Sir Don't Compare It for the amount of times that I'm about to release KJ videos. But people's obsession with KJ, I don't know, it's really interesting. Is it really that big of an issue? No, not really, but I think it's more worrying the power that a singular character has over a gigantic fan base of over
1 million
people, which is absolutely crazy.